with 3littlegoats.com. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I put out a video. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have changed, like always. But thank you for sticking around if you've been here for a while waiting for me to finally upload a video. Like I said, a lot has happened. I think the last video I put out, we had mentioned that we had possibly bought a new farm. Well, we did, and now we live here. And so I figured what better way to kick things off is to just show you a little bit of where we're at. We ended up moving to Arkansas. It was the best place for our family. We got a great deal on the property, and it needed some work, it needed some updates, and it needs a lot of clearing, but it was in our price range and we absolutely love it here so far. So just a little bit of background if you are new here. We were military. My husband just retired from the Army after 20 years. We met while I was on active duty. We've been married almost 17 years now, and we moved from North Carolina, where we had a little 1-acre farm that we raised goats with, and then we had to move to Washington State. We lived there for a year until my husband retired, and now he is completely retired and we are finally in our forever home. I am never moving again, and we are here in Arkansas. So I'm going to initiate some voiceover action, take you flying around the property, and just give you a little sneak peek of what is to come. So let's go. To start off, just giving you a little bit of information about this property, we ended up getting just about 13 acres. Majority of that is cleared, and as you can see, we have a very large pond. Unfortunately, it does need some work on the pond. It's pretty gross. There's turtles living in it. It is deep enough for fish. I actually went into it with some waders when we first moved in the wintertime to see how deep it was, and I got all the way up to the top of my waders, and so we're hoping that we can get some fish in there probably next year. We do have a lot of trees on the side property, but we plan on slowly kind of getting rid of a lot of them. The side pasture where you're seeing right now is actually a lot more clear than it looks from above ground, and that's where we're going to be putting the boys. And you can't really see it very well, but we do have a spring-fed stream that kind of runs into the wooded area that you see to the left. And then just as a little side note, our pond is actually spring-fed as well. It just looks pretty gross because there were a lot of cows on the property before we moved in. Now, we did end up putting this barn up, I think 2 months ago. We still have a lot of work. We do want to actually enclose the back completely. We thought we were going to leave the middle open, but we've decided that we're going to close that. And we're going to have some of our goats in here, probably a milking station, and of course our tractor will be in there as well. Now, sorry for the shaky cam. This was filmed probably back in February. As you can see, the grass isn't green. We do have a lot of rocks. We're going to be getting a rake attachment for the tractor to kind of help get some of those bigger rocks out, and I do have a use for those rocks. I've started collecting them already, but as you can see, it's not completely flat pasture. It does have some rolling hills, but it's totally workable. Over here, I've already planted a lot of fruit trees. We've got a Yopon holly that I've already planted as well. And then as you can see, we have another pasture right over here. This is where the boys are going to be. We're going to fence this off completely, and the stream is actually a little bit further downhill from where you're seeing. Now, because I am impatient, I've of course already planted fruit trees, and I've also started my blueberry patches. I've put a couple blackberries, some strawberries, some mint. I have a ton of wild blackberry plants, so I kind of just put a little few in there for easy access for the kids, but our back pasture is just completely covered in blackberry right now. And this is where a lot of the rock that I've been picking up is going to go. We're going to rip out this wood because a lot of it is rot, and I'm just going to use the stones and the rocks that I find in the pasture to kind of border everything out. And then finally, just a quick view from our backyard. We just had a new septic put in, so we have no grass back there. We also have just a temporary little fenced in area for the dogs, and we just recently installed a storm shelter as well. So we have done a lot of work to the property. With everything that kicked off with the coronavirus, we ended up having to kind of just stop. The kids and I moved here in January while my husband was still in Washington when everything kicked off. and then I had to end up homeschooling them, which took up all of our time. Plus I was renovating the inside of our house. It was livable, but it wasn't functional for us, so we had to do some renovations, and it was overwhelming with just me and the kids, and I just didn't have the time, the patience, or the energy to even really make any videos. So now that everything is kind of settled down, hubby is finally here after being separated for so many months. He's finally here, so we can really start working on some projects and making some more videos. Of course, I'm going to be making more soap videos. My next video will actually be more about where I am at right now. I am not in the house. We converted a shed into my office / soap studio. So I will be doing a video on that entire process, which was so fun, and I love how the space turned out. So if you want to see the kind of in process of us converting just a blank bare shed into my office, be sure to subscribe for that. And I will be making some more soap videos, so be sure to subscribe for that. And if you want to see more homesteading videos, also be sure to subscribe for that, because we will be putting out tons and tons and tons of videos coming up in the near future. It may be another week or two before I start kind of getting into a schedule, but we will get there. We're slowly moving forward. So thank you again for sticking around for so long and being so patient with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.